guys, today we're going to take a look at Xiangli Yao and going over why you should be building him, since he is going to be a free 5-star character in next week. So we're going to be taking a look at his teams, echoes, and finally his kit. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Xiangli Yao is a gauntlet electro user that specializes in enhancing his abilities and basic attacks in order to deal as much damage as possible. He has actually quite a lot of layers to his kit, which I feel like makes him super complex and versatile. His Resonance Liberation, I feel like, is the first part of understanding his kit properly, so let's start with that. So his Resonance Liberation cogitation model allows Xiangli Yao to enter a state called intuition, which helps him gain some pretty nice ability changes. He also gains or obtains 3 hyper cubes, which can be used every time Resonance Skill Law of Rain is cast. I will explain what Resonance Skill Law of Rain later on in this video, so bear with me. But all you need to know right now is that his basic attack and heavy attacks are replaced with basic attack pivot impale and heavy attack pivot impale, which performs 3 consecutive attacks, dealing more electro damage to the enemy. His resonance skill deduction, which deals electro damage upon cast, is replaced with resonance skill divergence, which deals more electro damage than the first one. And finally, his dodge attack is replaced with dodge attack unfathomed, considered as a resonance liberation damage as well. So you can see here that he gains a lot of enhanced attacks when he uses abilities, which is honestly really cool. His Forte Circuit is probably the most important part of his kit, since it allows him to upgrade his resonance skill by stacking up his capacity bar. Keep in mind that Xiangli Yao can hold up to 100 capacity and is obtained when doing his normal attack or his basic resonance skill, so in this case it's deduction. Capacity cannot be increased when resonance liberation is live, so also keep that in mind. So once Xiangli Yao's capacity has reached 100, his resonance skill deduction will be replaced with resonance skill decipher, attacking the target and dealing more electro damage than obviously deduction. Another type of capacity that's also important to note about Xiangli Yao is his performance capacity. The type of keyword can only be attained when he uses his resonance liberation and can be stacked up to 5 times. So the way you get performance capacity is obviously some different ways, but I'm going to be mentioning them right now. So the first one is stage 1 of basic attack pivot impale. The second is stage 2 and 3 of basic attack pivot impale. The third is resonance skill divergence, and finally the mid-air attack revamp. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to get it up to 5, so you shouldn't really worry about that. Anyways, once performance capacity is at 5, resonance skill divergence is replaced with resonance skill law of rain. So this is what I was talking about before, is that this is how you get law of rain, basically by getting resonance liberation up and obviously having intuition up as well, and performance capacity at 5. Xiangli Yao will deal obviously a lot more amount of electro damage than the previous attack, so this is also really good. And one thing to note as well is that after casting resonance skill law of rain or divergence, you can also use a mid-air attack called mid-air attack revamp at the cost of stamina and dealing electro damage to the enemy, which is also pretty good. So in short, resonance skill divergence is obtained when you use your resonance liberation. Resonance skill decipher is used when you have 100 capacity. Resonance skill law of rain is obtained when you have 5 performance capacity and in resonance liberation, so when you have intuition. And finally, resonance skill deduction is just his normal resonance skill. So hopefully that made it kind of easier to understand, since obviously his kit is pretty complex. His passives are also really good and very self-providing, allowing him to gain 15% extra electro damage bonus and having anti-interrupt when obviously having intuition live in his resonance liberation. His outro skill is also just a better Calcharo outro skill that basically allows him to deal electro damage equal to X percentage of Xiangli Yao's attack, and this attack can be triggered once every 2 seconds up to 3 times. So it can just basically deal off-field damage as a main DPS, which is really strong. All in all, Xiangli Yao has a very cool playstyle and obviously has a very self-providing tools that makes him very easy to build with other teams, since he can just deal a lot of damage on his own. He has a great set of tools that allows him to enhance his abilities, which essentially kind of outskill Calcharo in many ways. So now we're gonna be taking a look at his teams and echoes and basically give you guys an idea on what I think is good on Xiangli Yao. For Xiangli Yao's echoes, he's just honestly a way better Calcharo, so if you can build him the same way as Calcharo being built before, then you should be fine. Going for either a Void Thunder set with the Tempest Memphis as your primary echo is just a pretty good way to build him, since it just gives you that extra electro damage bonus. You can also go for Lingering Tunes set, since it can give him that extra generic attack percentage increase or attack boost, with Mech Abomination being the primary echo. But honestly, you can go for either of them. It should be fine and pretty good in my opinion. A 4-3-3-1-1 set build is the best way to build him, focusing on crit rate and damage on the 4-cost echoes. For the 3-cost echoes, it's electro damage bonus, and for 1-cost echoes, it's attack percentage. For Xiangli Yao's weapons, you can obviously go for his main weapon, but if you want to save up for the next 5-star character, you can go for Abyss Surge or Stone Urge, since they both have really good effects for Xiangli Yao. Any weapon that also grant him extra damage, so stuff like crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, is also really good. For his teams, a Calcharo team is literally just perfect for him, so stuff like Verena and Yinlik were really well, since they just give him this extra buff or extra help he needs to deal more damage. However, you have to understand that you have to play him as a quick swap playstyle, since Yinlin is the only way, like that's the only way to play Yinlin right now. So it would be kind of annoying to kind of get the hang of it, but honestly, it's really worth it in my opinion. You can also go for more of a hyper carry build, where you can just pair him up with a lot of healers. So Baiji and Verena with Xiangli Yao is also really good, since they can just make him get sustained and grant him a lot more buffs. So that was basically it for the video. If you guys enjoyed the video and found it really helpful, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Wuthering Waves content. I'm gonna be dedicating more Wuthering Waves content from now on, and not really focusing on other stuff, since this is really what I want to do right now in terms of what I want to provide content. So the support would be absolutely amazing. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about Xiangli Yao. I'll be really happy to hear your thoughts. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.